Hi, the topic today, family business 5. So, purpose is the key. We are focusing on purpose. Purpose is the key. See, your purpose is the most important aspect of you. It's the most important aspect of what you want to do. Purpose is, it's non-negotiable. It's something you cannot negotiate your way out of. Purpose is the ground you're got to defend at any cost, So that's why purpose is very, very important. Because here we're going to discuss the two purposes, your own personal purpose and the purpose of your business. Because if I'm discussing the purpose of your business without discussing your own purpose, it's like putting a cat before a horse. So first and foremost, you must discover your purpose. And your own personal purpose, or what I call personal assignment, will usher in your business purpose, which is the key. So purpose is critical in this case now, because your personal purpose is just this your assignment. It's a ground you got to defend. And it is non-negotiable. You cannot, move away from it. So that's why purpose is the key. So, like I said, we are studying this based on the big R of a successful business. The big R of a successful business is a book I personally wrote for family business, for couples or people who want to engage in a family business, because it's a legacy. And the importance of family business is that it gives you the opportunity, to free yourself. It gives you the opportunity to, release their potentials. Because we are like a compact something. So we are fully loaded. But to extract what we have inside, you got to engage in an activity. And the best activity, as far as I'm concerned, is being able to have your own family business, because that will enable you, to release your potential, so enable you to release your talent, to release your gift, because it's already hidden in you. So it's like, a way of conveying what you are. So that's why family business is very, very important. It helps you to liberate yourself. It helps you to free yourself. It helps you, to communicate. It helps you to be yourself. So, riding on, we're in chapter 3. So, chapter 3 says, respect for information and knowledge. Like I said, there are 3 components of this book. The 3 components of the big R: respect for yourself, respect for another person, and respect for your service or your product. And this respect is necessary, because it is what makes the world, walk around. It is what, revolves the world. It's so pivotal that I have to write about it. The word respect. Respect means to honor, to esteem, to value, to place a value on something, to add value to something. That's what respect is all about. So, respect for information and knowledge. Knowledge is life. See, the more knowledge you have, the more life you have. And the knowledge helps you, to empower yourself. Knowledge is, for me, is like a Holy Spirit. So you can't do without knowledge. Just like you can't do without the Holy Spirit. You can't do without knowledge. Knowledge is essential, because knowledge connects you to yourself. Knowledge connects you to God. Knowledge connects you to whatever you're going to do. So, and without knowledge, there is no life. And without knowledge, there's nothing we can do. That means ignorance which is the greatest enemy of mankind, will prevail. So opposite of knowledge, opposite of ignorance is knowledge. So when you get knowledge, it's like the light. You are pushing the darkness. You are pushing other things behind. So that's why knowledge is important. Imagine without the Holy Spirit, what are you going to do? You can't come to Christ. You can't come to God. So the same way the knowledge is important. And that's why intelligent people go for knowledge. They strive for knowledge. They pursue knowledge. They don't play with knowledge. Because the knowledge, the more you know, the more powerful you are. They said there's no way you can enslave a mind that knows itself. That's the importance of knowledge. No matter how you do it, you can't enslave a mind that knows itself. So if somebody is knowledgeable, is not ignorant, nobody can take advantage of you. So that's the purpose of this family business, to help you to build up knowledge, to help you to understand things you were not understanding, and to equip you, to make it possible for you to know the direction you are going. And so I'm going to read there's a saying that people are not disturbed by events, but by the views they hold about themselves. It's the same knowledge, Yeah, what kind of view you hold about yourself? You see, when we see animals in cocoon, we think we don't have cocoon. But honestly, we have our own cocoon. It's not visible, but it's massive. So, and what creates this cocoon, what creates this house or bondage or whatever you call it is your thinking. So what are you thinking at the moment? What do you think? What do you spend your time to think about? Because your thinking, they forms your belief, and these beliefs forms a cocoon around you. So until you change your thinking, you cannot free yourself. And then that's why the knowledge is important, because the knowledge will help you to change, your mindset, help you to free yourself from the cocoon you built over the years as a result of your belief, as a result of your values. So those things, that's why knowledge is important. So like he stated here, also Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said people are not disturbed by events, but the view they hold about them, So it's a view you hold about yourself. It's a view you hold about. What view do you hold about family business? If you see it as something inconsequential, or something that, doesn't really matter, then I don't think you get yourself involved. So because you only spend your time on something that is relevant to you, or something that is important to you. So what kind of view do you hold about family business? What kind of view do you hold about starting your own business? Do you see it as something, to emasculate you, or something to put you in bondage? If you see it as something to put you in bondage, or that's something that's not worthwhile, then you won't be able to set up a family business and run it. So the essence of today is to get the knowledge. Is the knowledge forms your thinking, and their thinking is very, very important. So I'm reading again. It is the view we hold that governs us rather than events, situation, or people. It is the thought that forms word, the word that forms deed, and deed forms our habit. We are what we constantly do. You see, it is what I do every day that defines me. It's what I do every day that forms a cocoon. It's what I do every day that forms my thought, and that is what I become. So if you are doing the business every day, you're thinking about your business and forming, that's what you are, because your business is who you are. It's your work. In fact, the most important thing after God created man was he gave him human work, and work is very, very important. Work is more important than worship. God didn't create us to worship. God created us to work. And if you're walking, you're worshiping God, because you are now, you know, you are now walking based on the instruction God has left for you, because God is not interested in your worship. What God is interested in is what you're doing, because what you do matters. So most times we spend our time worshiping God, but we don't spend our time to do the work. It is all about work, because work means becoming yourself. Work means being who you are. Work means obeying, that obedience. To obey is better than sacrifice. So the following principle will lock you into the greatest and the most important powers in the universe. You see, the principle we're gonna teach here tonight about you will help you, lock you into, connect you. And once you're connected, you'll be able to give back. Once you're connected, you are satisfied. Once you're connected, you can make a difference. So, but if you're not connected, you can't make a difference. You don't even realize that, look, you're embodiment of perfection, and that God has created you perfect. And before he created you, he made you perfect, and then walked down and created it. So if you are seeing any imperfection or seeing something incomplete, know that is a falsehood. So that is where you got to context. That's something you got to free yourself from. The bondage, you got to free yourself. So, and until you do that, there is no transformation. You can have as much degree you have, you can have as much education you have. It's all about information. So information does not transform anybody. What transforms somebody, is not information. Information is not transformation. That is why I still go by EUC, the essential underlying spirit. That will, explain things to you. That will help you understand yourself. That will help you go into your passion. So riding on, you say increase and multiply. That's a commandment of God. Increase and multiply, and that comes through our work. You find greatness when you maximize smallness. There's a saying: you find greatness when you maximize smallness. So the route to being great is about using what you already possess. There's a saying that a chicken is telling the chick, I've warmed you enough. You got that I warm you enough, you got to come out. You got to be bold and show the boldness and step out. You've had enough knowledge. You got enough information. You are equal to every task you want to pursue. So you are literally qualified to do what you want to do, because one, your experience in life. Everybody has a different experience, and that experience empowers you to become an author, empowers you to become authority. So you don't need any other additional qualification or additional position, to make impact. Sometimes I thought to myself, I said, look, I got my children, I said, do I need to, hire somebody to, in order to teach them? Why can't I start teaching them from the little one I know? Sometimes, the thought you possess about yourself, you always demonstrate to yourself, look, you don't have enough knowledge, or you're insufficient. So this is a wrong concept. It's a misconcept. It's not a good idea. It's like you don't believe in yourself. So when you start internalizing that, well, you're not qualified, you're not well educated, you don't possess these things, you cannot maximize the smallness. And if you don't maximize the smallness, you can't be great. So it is about believing in yourself. Don't look at what you possess as small. Look at it as a giant of a thing. So most of the times what we do is that we undermine ourselves. We talk down ourselves. We say we don't have enough. We said we don't possess enough. But meanwhile, that thing you say is a little is big. You know, if a tiny a hole can sink a giant ship, what next are you talking about? So it's what you perceive to be tiny is what really moves the world. So you as an individual is capable of moving the world. It's all about having confidence, the boldness to step out, the boldness to say, look, this is what I have. This is my widow's mite. And that's the mustard seed we're talking about here. You know, that's, you know, the little faith you got, we possess is enough to move the world. So don't wait and say, look, I need 1 billion, I need 2 million, I need this. You are already equipped. As you are, as I'm speaking to you, as you are listening to this, you are fitted. You don't need additional layer. You don't need additional layer from anybody to make impact. You start making impact where you are. You start making impact by what you lay your hands. And that was why God told Moses, look, what is it you have in your hands? The problem we have is that we always believe we don't have enough. We always believe that we have to look beyond in order to start off. You have to look, you know, as maybe a particular person, you have to be like this, you have to be like that in order to, you know, but you don't know that you are superb, you are well, best qualified, best fitted for what you want to do. And then you become an expert because you, as something is your passion, that is where your expertise lies. That's, you're an expert in whatever passion you want to engage in. And that's why I'm always talking about purpose today and the personal assignment. Because in that place area, you are the best. In that area, you are the most qualified. In that area, you know, you are an expert in it. You don't need to go and hire a guru or go and hire, you know, people call experts. You are already an expert. It's all about having the confidence and the boldness to step out, to pursue your passion. So, reading on. So, you find greatness when you maximize smallness. Now we are in purpose. You know, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Matthew 5:13. Your purpose is your personal assignment. It is non-negotiable. And that's the problem you are created to solve. You know, everybody is like a question. You are created to solve something, and that's why God launched you here. So the question is, what problem are you solving? Are you still waiting? You don't have to wait. You are ready and up and do. You are ready for go. You know, you are ready to go. Get on with it. Don't believe that you are not sufficient or that you don't have sufficient money or you don't have sufficient experience. Get on with it because it has to be on your own area of specialization, where your talent is, where your gift is. And that area, nobody can beat you. Even the angels cannot match you. So it's all about, because we've been sold lies. We've been, you know, it's like a misconception. You know, the world has deceived us by telling us that, look, you need to look your west or east or south in order to do something. You are there. You possess God right inside of you. And you possess God in full fledged. So that is who you are. So be bold, be courageous, don't be timid, don't be passive. Get on with it. You know, the confidence is what matters, because as you move on, you know, it gives way. There's a saying here that once I set my eyes on the objective, all obstacles give way. So once you set your eyes on the objective, what you want to do, like business you want to start off or whatever you want to do, the obstacles will give way. That is how it is. Your purpose is the ground which you defend at all costs. It is something in which you live for, and at the same time risk your life for. Without purpose, life is meaningless. Our life story has no meaning without it. It is your legacy. Your purpose is your food. Your purpose is your work. Your purpose respects, you must respect your purpose. The principle of purpose is the most important principle in our lives. For it to impact others, this is where one derives their personal assignment. Once you know your purpose and stick to it, you become more formidable and you are destined for success. You are no longer subject to manipulation. You can't collapse under pressure. Regardless of any obstacle, you are bound to succeed. Like I said, if you have a purpose, if you set objective, direction you are going, the obstacles will give way. One by one, they fall apart. So that is the mystery of life. That's the kind of power you possess. And that's why we are saying today, you got to take off. Time has come for you to take off. Because before God created you, He knew that this is the perfect time. And this time is perfect. That's why He launched you. Otherwise, you wouldn't come. Maybe you'll be coming in 2030 or 2060. Or it could be, you should have come, let's say, in 1904. So, but God is not like a human being. Before He prepares you and releases you, He knows that this is the right time. Just like I'm doing this video today, God has already prepared me that this is the right time I will come, that I'll be able to have access to social media in order to communicate, in order to do my video. So I don't have to, if I had come 1904, 1930s, I wouldn't have access to the kind of knowledge and information I do have now. And then respect only comes when you use your gift. It's not like you possess a gift. It is your capacity to use it. So, getting on. Once you have identified something, the flip side is solution. Purpose is like a light. Darkness disappears soon afterwards. Purpose separates us from the pack. People fail in life because they don't have a purpose. Your purpose is greater than your challenge. If you don't go after your purpose, then I have made myself a liar. If you don't go after your purpose, then you are worshiping a foreign god. And you're worshiping a foreign god. It's like worshiping a foreign god in a sense here is that you are doing a different thing. You are doing a strange thing. So that's why your purpose is your why. Your purpose is what you need to do. It's non-negotiable. So, riding on, for we are betrayed by what is false within us. The purpose of fish is to swim. God has built in swimming mechanism inside fish. Fish has identified its purpose. What does it do? The fish sticks to the unique purpose forever. In the same vein, the human who identifies his purpose must stick to it. This is why I said your purpose is non-negotiable. You see, there's a story of Margaret Thatcher. I'm not a fan of Margaret Thatcher, but we say that the lady, has no turning. If she doesn't turn back, if she doesn't turn away from anything, there's no turning for her. So a purpose is a way there's no turning. You can't turn left, you can't turn right. You got to move on. So whatever comes, you got to move on. But a lot of people don't have idea about this. That's why they are reluctant. They show a lot of indifference in pursuing their purpose. So our supreme purpose is to serve God, yes, but through the gift we have identify. My purpose is to serve God, but through writing, speaking, and publishing. Purpose creates success. It puts life into what we do. Everything God created has a purpose, and everything starts with the why. Why in everything they say and do. The difference now is to do what we have respect for. Do you have respect for your purpose? If you have respect for your purpose, you must have started it now. If you have respect for your purpose, you must be thinking about it now. If you have a respect for your purpose, you must be on it without being, without allowing, the fear of rejection, fear of criticism. Of course, these things have to, be around, for you in order for you to get experience. If you are not rejected, how will you learn something? If you are not rejected, how will you move forward? If you come in and the way is open, that means there is no resistance. And if there is no resistance, there's nothing you're doing. So, of course, there must be resistance. There must be, there must be forces. The forces must be there in order to, to give you experience, to empower you. So you must be rejected. You must be, laughed at. You must be mocked. But then, if you understand what purpose is, you are not going to respond to those things. You're not going to feel it because you are doing what you're supposed to do. So even though you're crying or it doesn't stop the bird from flying. Even though you're not happy or you're criticizing the bird keeps on flying. Even if you are jumping, the bird is flying. They don't care. Some way you don't have to, pay attention to people who are not interested in your purpose or people who laugh at you. Because if they are laughing at you, that means they don't know their purpose, and that means nothing you can do. So their purpose is your life. There's human being. As a human being, we don't have anything except our purpose. So that's why you got to respect it. Now, getting on, you cannot be hidden. The sense that you are the beauty of the world, the salt of the earth. Without salt, things are tasteless and meaningless. You are the light of the world, a city built on a hill. You cannot be hidden. God has given you an assignment and talent, and you can no longer hide from them. You are beautiful, complete, and lack nothing. No one can undermine your value nor attack your self-esteem because you are made perfect and beautiful. You are fitted for your assignment in the world. You must use your assignment and talent to make yourself happy. Create an experience of joy, peace, and love. And remember that everything is about love for others. So your personal assignment is the most important thing in your life. This gives us a strong sense of mission. In fact, your purpose is non-negotiable. Like I said, I'm summarizing now. So I've been able to talk about the personal purpose. The next one we'll be talking about will be your business purpose. But first and foremost, you must capture your personal purpose, because your personal purpose ushers in your business purpose. Because your personal purpose is very, very important. Is the precursor, is the one on which you can build other things. Because if you don't, it's like a first principle. You got to go to the first principle. So your personal purpose is the first principle. It's where you connect, and once you are connected, you are unstoppable. You are not gonna be subject to manipulation. So, but like I said, personal purpose is non-negotiable. It's a ground you must defend at any cost, even with your life. And that gives you the passion. Your passion is powerful. So it is all about being bold to step out. step out from your comfort zone, pushing the boundary and making sure you are there always. You are capable of rendering the service, and to understand that there is no turning back. Thank you.